so since we couldn't get that other one started because of the rotor and the distributor missing, we're going to start cleaning up the floors. So we have our wire wheel here on our angle grinder. Start cleaning this stuff up. Also have a vacuum cleaner to kind of catch the dust and stuff while we're using it. So, alright, let's get started. Alright, do that side. All right, so one more thing, make sure you wear breathing protection. There's a lot of dust in there as well. So, all right, so I'm gonna turn this thing around, and we did uncover some more rust holes. Y'all let me know in your comments what you think. I sure don't want to replace all the floors, and I think that we'll be okay not replacing all the floors, just because the little rust holes are kind of small. So I think we can patch them, but y'all let me know in the comments what you think. All right, so here we go. So the floors are cleaned up. You can see a couple pinholes there, a couple small ones up there, small ones up there. You can see the ground underneath it. Another little one right there, one right here. So as we go to the back, you can see a pretty good amount of rust right here that's broke away. The pan that I ordered will go from the back of the battery tray up to the seat rails, like right here. So we're gonna have all that replaced. So this is going bye-bye. This was this worst spot out of all of them. You can see all the rust holes here. Figured since we were replacing the battery tray already, we might as well replace that part of the floor. Over here you can see some rust areas there as well, and a pretty good sized hole right there. As far as up front here, you have some rust up there. You can see a couple holes there as well. Overall, the floor though is very sturdy and hard. So I really don't want to cut that whole pan out to do anything. So I think I'm going to try to do some POR 15 or some type of rust converter and preventative on the floors as they are now, and then maybe patch those holes somehow. Like I said, y'all let me know in the comments below, and we will see what path we choose. So, all right, well, I also need to pull up the padding right there so I can see how the floor looks underneath there. So I will probably do that next. And then back here, I just need to cut that garbage out. So we'll do that next as well. All right, so I've moved the padding stuff out from over here in this corner and removed the little heater vent right there, which was a pain in the butt. I'll show you on the other side how to get that off. But as you can see, I have a big rust hole right here. So I'm gonna grind the rest of that down, see what it looks like. I still think I can patch that corner if that's the only spot, personally. That's what I think I'm gonna do, along with patching and trying to fill these little holes. But all right, so to get this little heater vent thing off, there's gonna be 2 screws. There's a bolt here and a bolt right here, and you can only access them from underneath the car. So I have the car jacked up. Let's see if I can show y'all where they're at. All right, so one is super easy to get to. It's a 10 millimeter, and it is right here. Oh, it's hard to see. There's a bolt right here that has it, and then the other one is way up in that hole. Let me turn my flash on. All right, now we can see. All right, so there's one bolt here. Right there's one bolt. That one's easy to get to, 10 millimeter. The other bolt is way up there with all the spider webs, where all the spider webs are. There's another bolt up there. To get it off, I had to use a swivel to get to it and get it off, and then extension as well. So I'm gonna get those off and then we'll pull it off. All right, I got the screws out. So now all this is loose. We can slide that back. Pull it out. Sorry about that. Alright, and then to remove that, there's a little tiny straight screwdriver that you can put in right there, and it'll come out. Alright, so we got that removed, so we'll be able to cut that out, and then we'll see about patching that. I'm going to grind it down. Alright, so we're going to cut this out real quick, and then we're going to call it for the day. It's really dark outside, so or it's getting dark outside. So let's get this cut out, and then we'll call it quits. Alright. Alright, so we got that cut out. We are gonna have to probably cut some out here too, up here as well, but I wasn't 100% sure where this firewall, or well, this whatever support piece this is was started and ended. I didn't want to cut into it, so now that I can see where it's at, I will cut on top of it right here, and we'll cut out some of that section right there as well. I'm gonna use the wire wheel. I'm gonna wire wheel all around that first before I do any additional cutting, because I want to leave some type of lip to be able to weld onto. I gotta pull this off. I'm guessing that it's spot welded on, but it's too dark at this point to figure any of that out. So we're gonna call it for the night. Glad I didn't cut these lines. I was trying to do a very shallow cut. Glad that I did. Yeah, so anyway, so that's gonna be it for the night. So I will see you guys next time. Might be in the morning. We'll see what we have planned. So, but for this, that's a wrap. Good night. God bless. We'll talk to you later.